Hi, I'm Akanalo Fortunate. Welcome to the new edition.
Welcome to this channel, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Well, today I've brought you a new life-saving skill which we are going to look at in detail. And first of all, we are going to look at the key issues that you have to put into consideration before you attempt to learn or practice this life-saving skill. First of all, you should know the elementary backstroke, and here what I mean is that you should be comfortable while swimming it. You should know all the mechanics, all the basics, and if possible you should have read about it so that you understand it critically, you understand it in and out. Ask your coach to give you those basics if you don't know about the elementary backstroke, because it is the only one which can help you in this kind of life-saving skill. You can also apply some backstroke basics, but most importantly elementary backstroke will be applied here. Then two, you need to know how to streamline while lying on your back, and here that means you should of course know the elementary backstroke and how to streamline very well. Now the problem is that if you don't know how to streamline, you'll find that you'll be sitting on water and you can't save someone that way. As you'll see in the video, it will be very impossible to save someone using this technique while you are squatting. So make sure you know how to streamline very well. The third is that you should have a strong upper body, and here what I mean is that you should have a strong core. The chest should have enough energy, and as well as the arms. So how can you strengthen these three? Because these three are very important in the backstroke, in the elementary back, in fact in almost all the strokes. So in this life-saving technique, as you will see, you will only be using the upper body. The lower body will be docile because the legs will be holding onto the victim. In other words, the legs will be clinging into the armpits of the victim, so they will be doing nothing as far as propulsion is concerned. So it will be only the upper body. So for you to move fast and to save someone effectively without having any challenges, that means you need to have a strong upper body. And how can you strengthen your core and your arms and your chest? That means you have to do a lot of land work. You have to go to the gym and lift some weights. That is one way you can, those are some of the ways in which you can strengthen your core and your arms. So you need a lot of strength for you to do this stroke, to do this life-saving technique effectively and with a lot of ease. Also, you need to first understand the basics of this life-saving technique before practicing it or attempting to save someone you are using this technique, because what may happen if you use this life-saving technique, if you had never used it before, is that you may drown and the victim may drown too. So which is not good, because in any swimming activity, as I told you earlier, and most importantly in life-saving, your safety first. So you guarantee your safety first before you guarantee safety to your victim. So your safety first, and it is the first consideration before you attempt to do any life-saving attempt. So you first learn the basics of this technique before you attempt to do any life-saving attempt. So you should first get familiar to this life-saving technique. And one advantage I've discovered about this life-saving technique is that you can use it to save both a swimmer, for example, a swimmer who is distressed, or a weak swimmer and also a non-swimmer, someone who doesn't know how to swim, because now this technique keeps the head of the victim above the water surface, so the victim will be stress-free, will not be thinking about drowning anymore, because these legs here support his upper body above the water. Mostly the head and the shoulders, they are above the water, so the swimmer will relax. As long as the swimmer relaxes, he will not have any kind of fear that he will drown. So that is one advantage I've discovered about this life-saving technique, though I've not tried it in outside the pool environment. So you should first get familiar to this life-saving technique in the pool environment before you attempt to practice it in the open waters. Thank you very much, and now let's go to the videos. I hope these key issues can guide you as far as understanding this life-saving technique is concerned. So let's go to the videos and see. Welcome once again. Remember, your subscription matters a lot because it helps the channel to grow. And let me introduce this life-saving technique. He who is entering is the lifesaver, and this one here is the victim. As I told you earlier, the lifesaver will use his toes to cling into the victim's armpits, and as you can see, if you observe from the waist of the lifesaver to the legs, is doing nothing other than supporting the victim's body. As you can see, the victim is doing nothing, but he's kept afloat by the lifesaver's lower body or the legs. Then from the waist of the lifesaver up to the arms, it is that part which has the strength to propel the lifesaver further. And as you can see, the lifesaver is at risk of drowning if at all he doesn't have the elementary backstroke basics. So what I was emphasizing is true, that you should know the elementary backstroke, and you should have a lot of strength in the arms and in the chest as well. So when you reach towards the wall, bend your knees, pull the victim and help him to hold on to the deck. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one.